OpenAI's O3 model shatters benchmarks with groundbreaking performance, but costs $10,000 per task. Are we hitting the limits of AI scaling? Elon Musk's xAI secures $6 billion in funding to challenge AI giants, while Google faces scrutiny over testing Gemini against Anthropic's Claude. And the truth about AI running out of data? Last month, AI experts suggested we're entering a second era of scaling laws, with diminishing returns from traditional AI improvements. A promising new method, test time scaling, appears to power OpenAI's O3 model, delivering impressive performance but at a high cost. The O3 model significantly outperforms its predecessors, scoring 88% on the xAI benchmark, far surpassing O1's 32%. It also achieved 25% on a tough math test, where no other model surpassed 2%. However, this success relies on massive compute resources, making it costly and impractical for everyday use. OpenAI uses extensive compute during inference, possibly involving more or stronger chips or longer processing times. Francois Chalet, creator of the xAI benchmark, noted that the high-performing version of O3 consumed $10,000 of resources per task, compared to $5 for O1. While O3 demonstrates progress, it's not AGI and still struggles with basic tasks. Its high cost suggests it's suited for high-stakes use cases in industries like finance or academia, rather than everyday queries. AI scaling might now depend on innovations in inference chips to reduce costs. For now, O3 is a step forward, but its steep compute requirements highlight challenges for the future of scalable AI. xAI has raised $6 billion, bringing its total funding to $12 billion. Investors include Andreessen Horowitz, BlackRock, NVIDIA, and AMD. Reports suggest the company aims for a $50 billion valuation, doubling its worth from 6 months ago. Only previous backers and those involved in Musk's Twitter acquisition could participate in this round. Advancing AI with Grok launched last year. xAI's Grok powers features on X, formerly Twitter, including a chatbot for X users. Grok, known for its rebellious style, generates text and images while handling tasks like summarizing news and analyzing visuals. It may expand its role on X further to compete with OpenAI and Anthropic. xAI has launched an API and a standalone iOS app for Grok. Musk alleges rivals unfairly stifle competition through investor agreements and Microsoft's resources. Infrastructure and Growth xAI trains its models on data from Musk's companies including Tesla and SpaceX. Its Memphis data center, equipped with 100,000 NVIDIA GPUs, is set to double capacity next year. The company plans to use the center for Tesla's autonomous driving technology and xAI's advancements. Despite objections from Tesla shareholders over resource allocation, xAI generates $100 million annually. xAI has grown to 100 employees, moving into OpenAI's former headquarters. The company plans further fundraising next year, joining rivals like Anthropic and OpenAI in raising billions to lead the AI race. Google contractors improving its Gemini AI are comparing its answers to Anthropic's Claude, according to internal documents seen by TechCrunch. Contractors evaluate Gemini by scoring outputs on criteria like truthfulness and verbosity, spending up to 30 minutes per prompt. Recent correspondence revealed Claude's responses appearing on Google's platform, with one explicitly stating, "I am Claude created by Anthropic." Contractors noted Claude's strict safety settings, often avoiding unsafe prompts that Gemini attempted, sometimes resulting in flagged responses. Anthropic's terms forbid using Claude to develop competing models without approval. Google, an Anthropic investor, declined to confirm if it had such permission. Google DeepMind spokesperson Shira McNamara denied using Anthropic models to train Gemini, but acknowledged comparing outputs for evaluation, calling it standard industry practice. Can AI train itself with synthetic data? As real-world data becomes harder to find, the idea of training AI on AI-generated data is gaining traction. Major players like Anthropic, Meta, and OpenAI are already using synthetic data to train their models. Why does AI need data? AI relies on patterns in annotated data to make predictions. For instance, a photo labeling AI learns to associate kitchen with objects like fridges and countertops. Accurate labels are crucial. Poor labeling skews the results, highlighting the need for reliable annotations. Challenges of real data. Data labeling is time-consuming, expensive, and prone to human error or bias. Additionally, data sources are increasingly restricted, with many websites blocking AI data scrapers. Experts warn that generative AI models could run out of training data by 2032. Synthetic data. A solution, synthetic data offers scalability and cost efficiency. Companies like Writer, Microsoft, and OpenAI use it to expand datasets and refine models. Gartner predicts 60% of AI training data this year will be synthetic. The risks of synthetic data. However, synthetic data inherits the flaws of the models that generate it. Biases and hallucinations can distort results, and over-reliance on synthetic data may degrade model quality over time. To avoid these pitfalls, experts recommend pairing synthetic data with real data and rigorous quality checks. While synthetic data shows promise, it's not yet a standalone solution. The questions raised by these stories are huge. How will we manage the cost of advanced AI? Can synthetic data truly solve our data crisis? And what does all this mean for the future of humanity? Let's continue the conversation in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts.